At certain stages of human history, God has challenged family roles by creating prophets without biological parents, Adam and Jesus. Could this then be another lesson from God to highlight God's perfection by creating human beings, including prophets, into dysfunctional families, but making clear that such deficiencies are resolved when creation submits to God? So my conclusion is that the ideal Islamic masculinity is one that is submitted to God, does not infringe on anyone else's rights, including fellow men and women, and is not solely based on a procreationist basis. Sex, sexuality, gender, call it, construct it in whatever way you want it to be. It is wrong when it infringes on the rights, liberty, spirituality of the other, and aims to take a position over and above God. The essence of the Quranic message places no emphasis on uniform norms of gender, sexuality, masculinity, or femininity, as its message of strengthening piety and submission is not restricted by a specific form. The heterosexual Muslim man has interpreted the Quran in a patriarchal Islamic culture. Are we so surprised with the results? The codification of gender has also strengthened a limited understanding of Islamic masculinities through the establishment of Islamic law, as it was also shaped in a deeply patriarchal culture of medieval Arabia. I am of the opinion that Sharia is not divine. Islamic law is not divine, it is a human legislative process, as stated by Professor Abdullahi and Naim of Emory University. And there has never been nor ever will be an Islamic state, for the same reason that there is no one Islam. The state must always be secular for a true appreciation of that diversity in Islam and of faith. An appreciation and exploration of Islamic masculinities has the potential of far-reaching implications in terms of challenging Islamic phobias and human rights abuses. The study of Islam has often been restricted to monolithic understandings, interpretations and commentaries, and often been defined through a patriarchal gaze without appreciating the significance of tradition, of diversity. Most often, this has been disguised using the powerful force of tradition. Islamic law, or widespread acceptance by mainstream Muslims under the rubric of a united ummah, and hence a challenge to any of these is not only difficult, but at times dangerous. The future of Islam requires an appreciation of its past and veiled present that is both colourful and accepting of diversity. However, this rich heritage of spiritual paths has often been judged from the forces mentioned as a right or wrong form of Islamic masculinity or femininity. Such narrow interpretations of submission to God have demoralized the lives of many Muslim men and women in the past and present, as they have been forced to accept that their spiritual existence is in some way inferior. This has led to many to label themselves as secular or non-religious Muslims by being bullied out of the religious sphere. At a time when there is much debate about the necessity of a reformation in Islam, it may just be the case that one finds the buried treasures that reformers seek through unveiling and appreciating the rich diversity of Islamic traditions, societies and cultures. The million-dollar question, because I'm at Ithaca College dollars. So the million-dollar question is, who is up for this challenge in Muslim societies and cultures? Who are the real progressives in such questions? And who are the ones who abuse their positions of power to jade the world with their highly sensationalist and polemical arguments, which at the core scream, same old, same old. The time has come for such questions to be deeply probed through a love and submission to God and God alone. Do I have 1 minute? Yeah, I want to end with some inspiration for you and for me. This is one of my favorite Pakistani patriotic ghazals by Bahzad Lakhnavi, in hope that it draws us all closer to one another and emboldens our resolve in challenging homophobia, transphobia and human rights injustices through faith, through love. I read the Urdu, then I read the English. ए जज्बा दिल अगर मैं चाहूँ हर चीज़ मुकाबिल आ जाए, मंजिल के लिए दो गाम चलूँ और सामने मंजिल आ जाए. O valorous heart, if I so desire, all opposition can be met. Take those steps forward with courage, all can be achieved. हाँ याद मुझे तुम कर लेना, आवाज़ मुझे तुम दे देना, इस राह मोहब्बत में कोई दरपेश मुश्किल आ जाए. Yes, remember me, and this is that God is speaking. Just call out to me in prayer, if on this path of love any difficulties come your way. है दिल की खलिश चल यूं ही सही, चलता तो हूँ उनकी महफिल में, उस वक्त मुझे झोंका देना जब रंग पे महफिल आ जाए. And I love this part. The heart may have some impurity, so be it. I still walk in the congregation of purity. Awaken me at that very moment when the congregation turns to diverse colors. ए राहबर कामिल चलने को तैयार तो हूँ पर याद रहे, उस वक्त मुझे भटका देना जब सामने मंजिल आ जाए. The path of pious prophets, saints, I am ready, if only I remember. Be ready to remind me yet again when the destination is in sight. आता है तूफान तो आने दो, कश्ती का खुदा खुद हाफिज है, मुश्किल तो नहीं इन मौजों में बहता हुआ साहिल आ जाए. Let the storm come at its will. God is the protector of this boat. These waves are no trouble when there is a promise of a shoreline through God's mercy. The time is now for us all to raise our voices with a valorous heart. Thank you.